Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. We've played some Rakdos Sacrifice before, but this time I'm trying to work in Ojer Axonil to see if we can actually do some extra damage, and I think this might work out. Alright, so let's start with speaking about this new red god out of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. That's going to be Ojer Axonil. And now this card's actually pretty sweet because generally these sacrifice decks, you are nickel and diming your opponent, just pinging them for little bits of damage here and there. And this actually allows you to turn all those 1 points of damage into 4 points of damage. Now, we'll see if that holds up the way we want, but it really should. Now, if it does die on the backside, it just turns into a land. Tap it for red mana. If you somehow deal 4 non-combat damage in the turn, then you would be able to flip it back, but I don't think we're really going to have too many options for that. Now, alongside this, another new card I wanted to give a shot to is Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Why is it so hard to say? But this card lets you effectively just double all your damage that you're going to deal. So if your opponent loses life, they lose double that much life, which is actually pretty sweet. I don't know if this is going to work out, but it seems like it should be a lot of fun. Of course, because we're going to be trying to pick at our opponent, sacrifice things, we're going to be playing Oni Cult Anvil. This is like a mainstay of these types of decks. And you get to keep getting another 1/1 every time that you can sacrifice for other things. So no surprise that this is going to make the cut. We are going to need some artifacts, though. That's going to come in the way of Voldaren Epic here. Not just producing an artifact, but also dealing a point of damage that might be 2 or 4 damage, potentially. And we're going to play Mephitic Draft. This is a card I wanted to give a look to. I'm only playing a couple copies in this list, but it does let you lose a life, draw a card when there's play or when it leaves. And we have a few ways to sacrifice stuff, so hopefully it works out okay. But another new card we're giving a look to here is Greedy Freebooter. This is one that's just a 1/1 for 1. When it dies, you get a treasure in your scribe. This is actually pretty cool because even if you chump block, it gives you mana to kind of ramp up to the next thing you want to do. And you get the scry, which is also super nice. So a lot of value on just a 1/1 creature. Obviously, Blood Tithe Harvester is going to make the cut here. Good removal, and it produces an artifact. No surprise. And one of the new removal cards we're going to play is Molten Collapse. We're likely going to be able to get both sides of this. I don't know how often we're going to actually get rid of something that costs 1 or less. But the fact that it's just a catch-all removal, not a bad reason to include it here. And then we want to round out our other new cards with Fanatical Offering. Whenever you cast this, you have to sacrifice a creature or an artifact, which we should have plenty of both. Then it'll let you draw 2 cards and create a map token. So again, something else we can sacrifice. It gets us more cards. So this should check all the right boxes for us, but we'll see. And I think bringing it all home, we're going to be playing some Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. Because again, consistent damage works well with our other cards. Getting a blocker that can also produce a damage works well with our other cards. Like, no surprise here, and this is really good to have against the slower control decks. But if you want the full deck list, it will be at the end of the video, like always. Or you can go to the description. Look for the blue arrows that'll take you to our Moxfield link where you can get today's sweet deck list and a bunch of other really cool stuff you can play in Standard. So, quick word from our sponsor, and we'll get to some magic.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of this channel. And you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And support this channel by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Sure, we'll keep this, I guess. Actually, this is kind of a bad keep, other than the fact that we get to draw some cards. But definitely one I should have slowed down and considered. This is one that probably could be a decent mulligan candidate. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Alright, it gets cut down. We can live with that. You know what's funny? This will allow us to kill that. But I do need some extra stuff to go with, and this is not going to get us there. So sad. I don't know how long we can hold out. I kind of want to wait till they play like... Oh, they're not going to. Alright, well... That situation is what it is. Guess we get rid of this. Since we're doing nothing else. We get to draw 3 cards here and make a map. Like, we can't find land. It just wasn't meant to be. I was gonna say, is the opponent like reading our cards or something? And now that leaves us too many cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we might as well use this then. All right, target that. Get rid of the map. Sure. All right. Yeah, we kind of knew that was coming. That doesn't help because I need actually more. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. I forgot it gives us different. Gives us any color when it comes into play for a turn. Go ahead and play this. We'll see what we can do. Probably another Shieldred. Nope. Usually if they have a Shieldred there, they're just going to auto-drop it. Yep. That actually works because that might... I was going to say it might buy us time for Obnixilis, but maybe not here. Okay. What do we want to try to breach for? What if we breach... Just playing Obnixilis isn't good enough here. I think we bargain. And I guess get Bloodletter? Pass the turn? Like, I don't know if that's right, honestly, but worth a shot, I guess. I mean, if they have removal, they have removal. Like, okay, that's actually not so bad. That's cool. So they're putting a card in hand. They exiled the swamp. Okay. Things we can do. Oh, this only deals double damage to players. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's attack here. Because the value this creates is not good.
You must be so desperate.
You ain't lying. We are kind of desperate. That is true. I'm going to gamble here. Go to 10. Oh, we got a second Obnixilis. Dang. Alright, so they did get a removal. Expected, but not a surprise. We're at 7. Okay, this kind of works. I can't do this in Axonil because I don't have enough red mana. So we're going to do this. Get rid of that. Make this guy.
Join me or die. Go
And plus. Alright.
Plead for mercy.
In the turn? Not sure at all how this plays out, but, you know, is what it is. Alright, so they're going to do that so they can kill one of the Obnixilises, which is totally fine. We can live with that. Yep.
This isn't over.
Well, that's tapped. Not the best. No more removal, opponent. You've had your fair share already.
Coin or carnage.
Whoa, they didn't even keep that? Oh, they don't have the white mana. Yeah, that wouldn't have killed anything. Man, we've survived a lot so far. Yeah, we got there. Man, we didn't have anything stick on the board. Even our 1/1 token got killed with a Go for a Throat till the very last turn. And this was just too much. I think at that point, opponents as well, they're going to block, whatever. The other interesting thing is it might have been worth it for me to get rid of the Axonil one time to be able to play the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we would have got a 4th land, I probably would have attempted, or a 7th land. I don't know why I said 4th. I would have probably attempted it. But yeah, that's a good solid win to start with. This looks like a good, normal Rakdos deck. We'll have treasure or blood tokens to be able to get cards. We'll have Fanatical Offering to be able to get cards. We should be okay, even if we have too many lands in hand. I say that. Opponent might get off to a crazy fast start, too. Alright, at least we have a chump blocker, maybe? We'll see. We're going to draw something good here, though. That's for sure. This is where we need a couple of removal. Even next turn, to be able to play, like, Blood Tithe Harvester and remove something would be pretty strong. Wow, no instant speed anything. Curious. I mean, I guess we can attack? I mean, we know that becomes a 2/2. I mean, maybe their hand's all, like, rage and whatever. Oh, there's a Godric. That's a thing. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll block one. I mean, I guess I could have not blocked, and yeah, that was probably a little silly. I was a little trigger happy on that block. Alright, pass the turn. Though if we can get to where we've got the Onicult Anvil working, we might be alright. Oh, we are not going to leave that guy in play. That is for sure. Like, that is non-negotiable. Okay. Thinking here. Let's... We kind of have to kill the Ojer. Like, there's no real option there. I'm just trying to decide what else to play here. Like, do I play... You know what? Let's do this. And then go ahead and get the anvil down. We'll gain a point back. Getting rid of one of these. Alright, pass the turn. Hopefully we'll find some removal off of these cards, but... Alright, that's a nuisance. That guy gonna play another thing and have flying? We will block with this freebooter. Because we're just digging for answers at the moment. I was like, feel free to fling that. I would not have been upset. Annihilating Glare, that works. Alright. Wonder if this is where I just crack the treasure. Because, like, I'm going to pay one next turn. I could sack one of these. I don't know if I need to, though, is the thing. But probably as good a time as any. So let's get rid of one of those. Oh, nice. Nice. That was excellent. So now we can sack one of these to the Annihilating Glare. Target this. Sack this duder. Which results in a couple more duders. And then we get to play this. Somehow we're still at 16 life. I don't know. That doesn't really feel possible, but here we are. And I'm going to go ahead and... Why not? Make use of this map. Alright, opponent's also digging for answers, so that's good for us. Yeah, that can stay. No attacks. Oh, I should have attacked with the 2/2. Duh. That was stupid. Oh, I put it on the summoning sick one. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think in my head I wasn't planning to attack initially, so I didn't care what I put it on, and then realized they only have a 3/2 and a 1/1. Definitely could have attacked. We're not in bad shape here, all things considered. Alright, they gave up. Oh boy. Yeah, we kind of have to keep this though. We have a removal spell, a way to draw cards, and a creature that could be a removal, so we can't really toss that. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I was about to say, did we just play against this deck? Let's... Oh, wait, actually, we could get 2 things with this, huh? Oh, well, we have to have something go to the graveyard first. Though we could make that happen by just sacrificing this. I don't think I want to, though. I think I want to save this till we can get a better creature and the Epicure, which just feels smarter. Go ahead and just kill this for sport. Alright. Yep, 17. Alright, we'll off those. They miss land, so now we're definitely going to go in on it. Though, playing this is kind of nice, but we can wait. Let's go ahead and do this. Sacrifice this. Get a pile of cards and a map. Oh, that's nice, too. Man, this setup, real nice. Oh, wait. Descent is if you have an actual, like, permanent go to the graveyard. I only had a spell go to the graveyard. Oh, no, I did. We sacrificed the draft. Never mind. We can do this. All right. Targets that and that. Wait. A non-creature permanent with a mana value 1 or... Oh, non-creature. Ah, well. Such is life. We will continue attacking. Yeah, it helps if I read my cards, huh? Alright, Harvester. Wow, deck is trying, though. I ain't gonna hate. The deck is trying. Let's play Anvil. Sack the map. Played a land already. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Guess I could crack a map on this thing. Don't really... Actually, no, we'll keep that. We'll keep that, because we can play that with the Bloodletter next turn if we want to. Alright. Think opponent's looking... At some point, you gotta crack those blood tokens, opponent. Alright, I guess I'll block. I mean, obviously, they don't have to crack them, but I would think they would want to. I mean, their hand's probably a lot of removal, because I could see where they might keep that, you know, waiting to see what we're able to do, which would make a lot of sense. All right, so no matter what we're playing this, it's just am I playing Epicure and or Harvester on this turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and go Harvester. Oh, well, didn't matter. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep this. Weird that the lands are all going to come into play tap, but not a whole lot we can do about that. Deep Cavern Bat. Have fun, friend. There are choices. Makes sense. Get rid of the 1 removal card you see. I think I'm going to go ahead and play both of these. And then just give myself the option of playing Epicure as a 3/3 or something. Get around a cut down if there is one. Though we may end up sacking something just to kill a trespasser. That is always possible. What if I just discard the swamp here? No, because they might try to play, like, Shieldred or something next turn. Alright. I mean, realistically, it's probably just kill Epicure and attack, but you never know. Liliana, same difference.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Sure. They also know we're holding on to Annihilating Glare, so Liliana's not really long for this world regardless. Interesting. Let's send one there. I don't know if we keep the other to block and then sack, maybe. Let's do this.
This isn't how
Play
things are
this.
supposed to
I'm
go.
willing to sack one of these. And we'll discard the swamp. And then if they're shielded, we'll just have to find an answer somewhere else. Another Liliana. Fair enough.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about
Sure, we'll get rid of that. It was like no downside. Sort of. Sweet. That also works. Then we have to sacrifice an artifact to kill the Liliana. Actually, I was gonna say I can just attack with my land, but I don't know what type of removal they have, and I don't want to take that risk. So maybe we could have.
this is wasting time.
Alright. We got nothing else going on, so start here. If they cut down, we're playing events here for sure. Alright. I'll go for it though. Same difference. Alright, play a land. That could end up being a dangerous card. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of this. Wow, that didn't help at all. That was really bad. Wow, just more land. That's no good. Okay, this is where it's gonna start hurting. You gotta say, you might as well keep attacking. I'm doing nothing right now. Alright. Get rid of this. Alright, that's something. I mean, it's not the greatest of somethings, but it's something. Like, it's respectable. Phew, boy. Alright. Not gonna attack, because if they try to kill it at instant speed, I'd have nothing after that. Just pretty rough. And this is where a tough decision gets made, because I'm pretty sure they have a kill spell. So, since they didn't play anything or whatever, so if we minus this one, it's just gonna die, because they'll kill, well, that's not totally true. Because if they kill our 1/1, we'd kill their bat. Then only one of these dies? I guess we try that? We're still losing one of these anyway next turn. Oh no, we're going to lose them both because they have a Merix. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I might have just thrown the game.
You're punishment
That
is
sucks.
my end.
I might have messed up. Unless those are both lands in their hand somehow. But yeah, that's a bad move on my part. Yep. Looks like they don't have a way to kill this, though. Okay, nope, now they're attacking in. Okay. Alright, kill spell? No, so we block here. Still as expected, losing one of them.
You've got hair, not worth the effort.
Alright, that somehow worked out. I don't know what's in their hand then. Well, that's a good start. Okay, that can buy us some semblance of time. Alright. We'll try to plus this up.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Curious that they didn't want to give up a card. But they are at 16. Do I just trade this for a Preacher? Hopefully? Yeah, alright. Gain a life, get a blocker. Okay. Let's see what you got. I'm gonna go digging. Which puts probably a werewolf in their hand, I imagine. Is that the best thing in their graveyard? Yep. Especially with us already being lower on life. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm looking for here. Maybe another Anvil. Axonil's kind of cool. Don't know if it gets us toward the end of the game or not. Well, they still get a card here. We will try to block. Alright. Sure, you have a trespasser. That is definitely not it. Like, whatever we needed, that was not the card.
Your punishment.
This turns into a 2/3 that can block. But we could also make this and then turn it into a blocking creature. Which is not the worst thing. Sure, you got it. Alright, then we go to 8. No attacks. Sadly, didn't even get to cast a spell there, which I think spells the beginning of the end. Yep. Alright, opponent's got it. This feels like a more than reasonable keep. Said the player against the mono red duder. But that's okay. Beseech may not be very strong here, but we'll see. Yep, I'm going to need something to deal with that. And that is not the card that helps with such situations. Yeah, I mean, if we could find, like, one of our burn spells and have an Oni Cult Anvil next turn, like, maybe we can pull something together here. Because then we'd be able to gain some life, we'd be able to kill a creature, like, that type of stuff would help. Especially if they've got a Godric here, because that's going to hurt. Squee. Squee is kind of annoying, though. Opponent did not want to put those at risk, though. We like that. We like that a lot. Okay. Let's go for this. I'm not going to minus the Harvester at any point here, so sure. Pass the turn. I mean, I could, but it's just not realistic. Alright, hey. Storm the festival. I mean, in the festivities. That does stuff. Sure. I mean, you attack. We're still blocking the same things we were going to block before. I'll say that don't change nothing. Yep. You got it. Alright. I think we got to do the thing. Pass the turn. Hopefully we don't die. Oh, no. That sucks. Oh, man. That's bad. That's real bad. Man, am I going to have to waste this? Oh, I can't even... I can if I play the Myrics. Oh, boy. I guess there's a world where I could get rid of Harvester to go get... Well, maybe don't even get rid of Harvester. Alright, playing the Myrics. I'm just thinking about if I try to draw, is that better than just doing that? You know, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. Bargain lets me get rid of an artifact, so yeah. Get rid of this. I did think about just going to get a burn spell for that guy, but that's not what we want to do here. I'm either getting Bloodletter or Molten Collapse. But I think Bloodletter is going to be the call. And just gambling, you know? If they get a burn spell, get rid of our Bloodletter Aclazotz, so be it. I could have just tried to kill their dude outright, which would have been smart, but, you know. Don't attack opponent there. Sure. This is a very aggressive pile of blocks. But okay, I guess. And block there. Seemed like the safest pile of blocks. Alright. Well, that potentially gets to kill something. Okay. We can make a token, sack the token. Or we could just outright kill something, because we are only at 5. And they do have plenty of things to remove from their graveyard. And this only takes 2 mana to return something. And I have to block at least 3 things here. Ugh. Man, this is rough. Non-creature thing. So we only get to kill 1 thing. So it's either... Killing the Phoenix Chick just doesn't do anything. So I gotta kill this. And, pass the turn, sadly. I mean, if they get a play with fire or something, we're still just as wrecked. Because we'll take 3 from the play with fire and 2 from a token getting through, and that's ball game. Alright. Yep. Have a feeling that's a real card in their hand. And there's not much we can do about it. Ugh. This hurts so much. Alright, are we dead? Oh, we're not dead. I mean, at least not yet. Do I sack something here to draw a card? They can play Squee again next turn. I feel like we can't... Well, the opponent loses life here. Wait, that's 4, 8, 10. Oh, that's it. They didn't leave any blockers. Unless I'm wrong, but yeah. Yeah! Whoa! Okay, so while a lot of that made sense, I feel like this kind of needs to be streamlined, and I don't know the best way to do that, unfortunately. Because I feel like Fanatical Offering was cool, but maybe we don't need 3, we just need 2. Like, the Bloodletter's kind of sweet. I wouldn't mind playing another one of those. Molten Collapse was alright, but because there's not that many non-creature, non-land things that cost 1 that people are playing, outside of maybe these very specific, like, artifact decks, there's really not a lot to target with the second part. So this is just a slow removal for a creature or a planeswalker, which is fine at sorcery speed, but I'm saying, but that's kind of all that it is, right? So if we replace those with even Annihilating Glares, I don't hate it. I don't necessarily love it, but I don't hate it. But yeah, I think if we did that, and then, or maybe even a Glare and a Freebooter, because the thing about the Freebooter is it does produce another treasure, or another artifact, I should say, which is what the treasure is, but it gives us card quality, it gives us an early blocker, something to sacrifice if you want to sacrifice that to the offering or whatever, like, that's possible. But yeah, it just needs some more solid remote. Maybe this is just a spot where we have to play, like, go for the throat in some variety. Though, I think there's an argument in the current environment that we could get away with probably playing a Braid as well. I think that's probably worth considering. But there's a lot of things too, like an extra Ob Nixilis would be good, especially if you have extra freebooters. Like, everything was just so close. The numbers are so hard to pick apart here. Like, Bloodletter was solid. Wasn't like super, but it's solid. Especially, again, when you have Kamano and Epicure and Ob Nixilis, right? They're all just doing chip damage the whole time. And that does matter in the grand scheme of things. But I'm wondering if we, like, get rid of the drafts and we just play, like, another Fanatic Offering to make sure we can draw cards. Is that good enough? How many creatures is that even? Not a lot. I mean, 15 creatures, but we do have Anvils and we have Ob Nixilis or whatever, which is a thing. And maybe that's another thing, too. You could find room to put another couple of creatures in, right? Do we have stuff that cares about sacrificing things? Maybe. Just like looking at random stuff that could potentially fit, but maybe there's nothing that makes a lot of sense. There's a few random ones that, like the creature that whenever something goes to graveyard, you get to draw a card, something like that. But, you know, we could play Braids, but nah, it's not really here nor there. Like, could play Liliana. I think that's reasonable. But now we don't have a ton of removal. We got 3 Annihilating Glare, 3 Surge, 4 Harvester. And that's kind of it now. You know, like I said, we're looking at Go for the Throat. Could play a couple of those. It's just hard to find room. I think that's the issue. Whoop. That's my biggest problem right now. Is just, why do I keep typing it like that? There you go. It's a real tight list. Beseech the Mirror, I have to admit, was pretty nice to be able to get either the Bloodletter or the Axonil. I think we won that game against Mono Red because we went and got the Bloodletter to block the flyer and lucked out. That was really nice. So there's a few things here. We don't have much life gain. That would be kind of cool if we had something else other than just the Oni Cult Anvils. Maybe we cut 1 Beseech and then just make room for that. The downside here is, outside of Annihilating Glare, your cards are going to be kind of mediocre against the control decks because you don't have a ton of things. You're going to end up with some dead cards. But other than that, like, this is actually totally doable and reasonable. You do have creature lands, which are nice. It's like, yeah, this was a surprising list. But I think this is what we would do if I were to play it again. So 3 Annihilating Glare, 3 Greedy Freebooter, 4 Commando Face Kakazan, 4 Voldaren Epicure, 3 Voltage Surge, 3 Fanatical Offering, 2 Go for the Throat, 4 Blood Tithe Harvester, Baroni Cult Anvil, 3 Ob Nixilis, 1 Beseech the Mirror, 1 Bloodletter of Aclazotz, 1 Ojer Axonil, 4 Swamp, a Takenuma, 4 Mountains, Sekinzen, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 4 Haunted Ridge, 3 Restless Vents, 2 Merrick's. Yeah, so this worked, surprisingly. And the cards we wanted to do well, did well. That's actually pretty sweet. So that's always really nice when the things you're playing track to do what you want them to do. I will say though, you do have to play very tight and very careful. You spend a lot of time relying on the Oni Cult Anvils, but Axonil becomes such a threat that it draws attention as well. You can definitely still win with Ob Nixilis. So there's a lot of different ways you're coming at damage. It's really just managing your life total to try to stay above like 7-ish points until you start setting up with your actual in-game creatures, getting your planeswalkers, you know, that sort of thing. But overall, the games were pretty fun. Not much to really say or complain about here. This was just interesting. It's a nice wrinkle with the new cards, what they bring to the Sacrifice deck for sure. Getting the extra scrying, get the extra card drawing, I mean, getting extra damage, like all those things help this deck quite a lot. So you're gonna have to experiment with it quite a bit if you're not used to playing this style of deck, because I know I missed multiple plays while I was playing, but definitely has some potential here. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Animate Dead. Mostly because this is one of those cards that's not really bulk. Like, it looks like a bulk card when you go through older collections, but these all go for between like $4 and $5 for just the regular version. Obviously older ones go for more, but if you have like 4th edition or revised ones, these actually still have a fair amount of value. And a lot of times when you go through bulk stuff, this is the type of card sitting in there that you can pick up for 25, 50 cents, or when you buy collections, they're just tossed in with other stuff. This is another one of those cards that we tell people, you know, when you're buying collections, you kind of have to know what you're looking for, because this is the type of stuff where value comes from. But you can also lose money not knowing what actually is and isn't valuable. But yeah, if you want one of these, they're actually affordable to play with, but if you have some sitting around, you might get some trading credit and pick up something you want. I have to say, in today's deck, Bloodletter of Aclazotz was actually a pretty sweet card, but I actually have a discard deck where we played Aclazotz himself, jeez, but it actually was really good, so you might want to check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.